Talk to me if you reckon you can hack it as a bounty hunter. Hey, darling. You look like the type who doesn't mind getting their hands dirty. The Trackers Alliance can always use more bounty hunters to round up and kill wanted criminals. If that feels like your speed, talk to me, or check out our posts on the mission boards. Ooh, should I tell you? What the hell. It got me in trouble, but it's a good story. So, I got a bounty for this guy. Real tough spacer, you know? I find a ship, board without him knowing, and I literally catch him with his pants down, getting ready for the day or something, I don't know. Anyway, before he can react, I tackle him to the ground to cuff him, and he lets off a sly quip thinking he's got game, but I don't take kindly to that kind of advance, see? And well, bounty says alive or dead, so I make the call and I put him down. Anyway, turns out it wasn't the right guy, but this guy was also wanted. What are the odds, right? Well, the Alliance didn't think it was as funny as I did, so now I'm stuck here helping new recruits. Oh, darling, we're the baddest bounty hunters in the settled systems. People pay us to find criminals, scum, and other lowlives when they don't want to or can't track them down themselves. Mission boards? Yeah, you'll find one here in the Broken Spear. They're usually in spaceport bars like that. Trackers Alliance posts bounty jobs on them, but you can find all sorts of freelance missions. Good way to make some creds. Hey, y'all better not be taking all the fun jobs yourself, you hear? I'm almost done with this assignment, so you better leave some for me. Good. If you recall, I'm only stationed here because of a mistake I made. Been bugging me ever since the bounty that got away. Now, I heard rumors that this no-good, dirty quarry's been lurking around Mars, but I ain't had the good fortune of him strolling on in here. I think he's smart enough to know better. I got a plan in place to find him, but I gotta prove to my other tracker contact that he's here. That's where you come in. Just gotta plant a sensor. No danger to you. Ken Placus, smuggler, the worst kind. Deals in all sorts of black market goods. He's wanted for grand theft, human trafficking, murder, you name it. He's also extremely good at what he does. He's eluded the best of UC security for years. He's even slipped by our own trackers, myself included. I'm convinced he set me up to fail, found a look-alike to unwittingly take a fall, made me look bad. So I'm sure you understand it's kind of personal. He doesn't know it, but he's got a chip in him with a unique ID. Part of the reason he's learned to keep out of the major cities and settlements. Trackers always manage to find him when he comes to town, so he just stays away. But he's a slippery fella. That's why I want to send someone to catch him where he feels safe, just along the outskirts. Sensors tuned to that chip. Makes sense now, don't it? Hell no! If I'd wanted you to do that, I'd be asking you to do that. Nah, I got a good friend, tracker buddy who stuck by me through and through. Gonna split the haul with him as soon as he brings the mark in. That ain't up for debate or negotiation. Under no circumstances are you to interact with my quarry, or you'll find yourself at the wrong end of a bounty. Alright, so you're gonna want to take this here sensor and put it way up at the tippy top of the old Mars launchpad tower where it's nice and unobstructed. You're gonna want to make sure you've got a boost pack to help get yourself up there, or else it's gonna be a tough climb. Mars gravity's on the low side, but not that low. It'll track down my Mark's chip signal, assuming he shows, and I'll call in my partner to take care of him. Clear out and come back to me as soon as you're done so you don't spook the quarry. Get it? Got it? Good. You're doing me a solid.
3, Unless you're here to serve me another drink, you can turn around and walk away. Hey, why don't you say that a little louder? I don't think every single UC guard in Sidonia heard you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we can help you with this. If you've got a whole shipment of this stuff, you're going to need to move it fast. But you're going to have to do something for us first. Pipe down! What the hell's the matter with you? You want to get us both thrown into lockup? Look, I don't know what that big-mouth Saoirse told you, but I keep who I run with a secret in public. And I suggest you do the same. Now, do you want my help moving your product, or not? Right down to business! And no small talk. I like it.
Well, this is utterly ridiculous. Do we really have to jump through these hoops to get what we need from you?
Lady, if you want me to move that shipment for your pal here, you're going to do whatever the hell I want. You got that? Now listen up, because I'm not going to repeat myself. I need you to deal with a miner who's racked up a bunch of debt. He probably spent it all on booze, not that I blame him. Either way, I want that money back. What do I need to do here? Write you an instruction manual? You can do this loud, you can do this quiet. I don't care. I just want my goddamn money, and I want this guy to remember who he screwed over. Perfect. His name's Carl Fielding. I think you'll find him wandering around the Deimos miners' quarters. Don't worry, you can't miss him. Just look for the most miserable-looking guy in the entire place. Shouldn't you be leaning on Fielding by now? Oh, I can't believe I need to spell this out for you, but here goes. You're doing me a favor, and in return, I'm doing you a favor. There are no free rides. That's how shit works around here. The sooner you learn that, the sooner you stand to make some serious money with us. What? Get the hell out of here, smartass. Just because I kicked a few credits Carl's way doesn't mean I'm opening a goddamn bank.
Sidonia is an industrial town. People tend to
This life ain't easy, but it pays the bills.
Hello, traveler. Will you join me for a while? You strike me as someone with an interesting story. Call it scholar's intuition. Meeting a kindly stranger is always a blessing. What brings you to Sidonia? Sightseeing on Mars. My intuition about you must have been correct. Most stop in Sidonia for the strong drinks at the Broken Spear. You must be more interesting than most people. It's going to be a philosophical text about my theories on the intersection between science and the divine. I've been studying that relationship for years, and I want to preserve my findings for future scholars. I appreciate the sentiment. Consider my interest piqued. I'd be happy to join you. I have a feeling this will be a fruitful partnership. Are you willing to pay? I dislike taking money from friends, but I'll need some credits to stow my ship at Sidonia's spaceport. I'll work to make it up to you, naturally. I know a lot about starship maintenance, and I'm skilled at constructing outposts. I have plenty of piloting experience, too. I also think I'm a decent conversation partner. That has some value on long trips through deep space.
A friend
Some other time, then.
I'm making double out here because I don't know minds. Joke's on them. How's it?
Have to lug cargo across half the universe to pay for this cleaning.
I'm looking for work. You hiring? Astrodynamics. Stick me aboard your ship and I'll cut down on your grav jump calculation time and fuel usage. Astrodynamics. Stick me aboard your... I'm not asking for much, just a reasonable share.
Hey there.
Okay, hello.
It's nothing like fresh air filters, am I right?
Oh, hello there, friend. Have you been there long? Between you and me, I'm pretty tuckered. When that stack of papers was smaller, I might have used it as a pillow. Whew. Was I asleep? Oh, you've probably been standing there for a while. Oh, good. I thought maybe I'd fallen asleep. But oh my, I've forgotten my manners. Phil Hill at your service. Yes, it rhymes. My parents had a thing about rhyming. My siblings are named Bill, Jill, and Sil. The Hills. What a thrill. But there I go again. You aren't here to talk about me. You're here to talk about List.
Sounds like we're about to hear a sales pitch.
Great! What can the League of Independent Settlers do for you today? Or as I like to say, how can I help make today your very best day? Why, we help people. We get folks set up and able to start new lives in new places, free of governmental interference. We survey the stars, find suitable places matching people's needs, and get folks started with the essentials. I don't suppose you have a ship? Interested in earning some easy credits? That's terrific, because I have a lot of work needing doing. This stack of papers here, these are just the most recent applicants looking for new worlds to settle on. Everywhere I go, people are really excited about the prospects of living a truly free life, living where and how they want to. I've got a cargo hold full of stacks just like that. Oh boy.
That's not our problem.
Oh, of course not. I wouldn't make you do my paperwork for me. Although, I wouldn't mind the help. Used to have an office on Aquila, but, you know, budget cuts. But it turned out for the best. Now they send me all over settled space where I can interface directly with the people. I'm a people person, as you can probably already tell. Oh, that's just a few applications worth. That's what the human touch looks like. No impersonal computer surveys or security breaches to compromise your private information. Just me and some good old-fashioned ink and paper. Every applicant gets a battery of in-person interviews and has every step of their application completed and carefully reviewed to ensure their particular requirements for the ideal location are understood and met to perfection. Try getting that from the UC or Freestar resettlement programs. Fantastic! That's exactly the can-do, helpful attitude that List looks for in all its employees and contractors. We're looking for folks with ships and/or basic people skills to seek out suitable planets and leads on potential clients. I don't suppose you possess either of those qualifications? You know, I can tell that you do, just by the little we've interacted already. Most importantly, we need to collect data on habitable planets. The more habitable, the better. You know, that oxygen and water are musts. Other signs of life, even better. Secondly, we're always looking for new applicants. So, as you travel around meeting people, when the occasion arises, see if you can interest them in signing up for the list. I'm pretty sure I overheard some people in here talking about wanting to start a new life. Why don't you start with them? Bring any suitable planet survey data slates to me, and I'll happily pay you for them. And you'll also earn an immediate commission for each interested party who signs up for the list. So get on out there and make truly independent living a dream come true, and turn a few credits while you're at it. I am glad you asked. List provides members with a few tangible benefits and a few intangible ones. First off, we locate an ideal location matching the needs and desires of our members. After that, we provide transportation, as well as a starter set including basic hab modules, extractors, and seeds for farming, etc. Everything needed to get off to a good start. Then we set up a small encrypted satellite to aid communication between distant neighbors and the rare list ship that swings by the sector to offer aid and trade supplies if desired. But more importantly, List provides its members the satisfaction of living on their own and on their own terms, independent and free from harassment and governmental interference. Excellent! Thank you for any assistance you can lend us. Whoops, nearly forgot. Take this.
Excuse me.
We have the tech to instantly jump across the universe.
Take care of your ship. Could end up costing you otherwise.
There's something I can do for you? Not sure how I feel about that. That's a tall order. I have tons of troubles. Maybe I did kind of give up on myself for a while there. Okay. Okay, I'll do it. I'll sign up. What's the worst that could happen? Whew. This is really going to happen, isn't it? Can't wait to get started.
Take care of your ship. Could end up costing you otherwise. I thought it was just a couple of nests.
Hi.
Oh boy. I think I might be sleeping with my eyes open. Stop it, you. Not while I'm on the clock, anyway. Though I'm always on the clock. Thanks anyway, though. You're too kind. Oh, well, I guess I'm a dreamer. Always have been. My head in the nebula, as my dad would say. But I'm not cut out for the independent life, not really. But I want to be a part of all this, so here I am. Helping people achieve their dreams, doing my part to make the universe a better place. Maybe with a smidge of living vicariously through the people I meet doing this. Like yourself. I like to imagine I've somehow become a small part of your adventures. Oh, that's okay. I'm sure you're trying your best. Oh my! I completely forgot. Yes, of course. We have an amazing pamphlet called Top of the List, which is scientifically proven to work 90% of the time. Though, I'm afraid there's a small fee to cover printing expenses. But your commission will more than make up for that, I can assure you. Oh, sure, certainly. Bring me suitable planetary data scans for planets and moons that have O2 atmospheres and signs of life, and I'll pay you appropriately. The more habitable, the more I'll pay you for them. And you'll earn an immediate commission for anyone you sign up to the list. No need to return to me, we'll send the credits directly. Keep your ears open for people who sound like they need a change of pace or a fresh start. Bars are usually good places to overhear people complaining about things. That's why I hang out in them. So no for share. Excellent! Let's see it. Coming right up. Take care.
Hello. Hey.
Not everyone needs to come to me with their problems. I'm a psychiatrist. We get a lot of new faces passing through here. Only that I didn't care much for them getting disbanded years ago, and I don't care much for the rumors they're coming back someday. Plenty. But if I went blabbing them to any rando that walks into my bar, no one would ever tell me anything around here. You don't do this job for 45 years by losing your customers' trust. You don't guess. You know that. And you better know it if you want to keep drinking in my bar. Everything. I make it a point not to sell crap. We got beer, wine, and spirits. We don't do too many fancy mixed drinks, at least not the kind you get in Neon or New Atlantis. It's my belief that the only booze worth drinking doesn't need to be mixed with something else to taste good. He ain't been around. Went off on patrol, hasn't been back in since. We're starting to think it might be time to pour one out to the blackest sea. You got another word for it?
He means outer space.
Ma'am. You in the service? I know the feeling, but, you just get so used to losing people. Look, nothing more I'd love than to help out a fellow Martian. Especially when it's missing. But,
He has a tab, and you don't know if he's coming back.
it's a lot of credits, okay? I let it slide for a long time because he's a regular, but if I'm out all that money, I got problems. What do you say? I got a board here in the bar where people post all kinds of spacefaring jobs. Good way to make quick money.
No, I've done this routine. Let's skip to the part where you admit you're lying about what he owes.
You calling me a liar? I'll throw both of you out of this bar right now.
Oh, please. Two strangers arrive from off-world asking for information only you have. You see an opportunity. Everyone always does. Lower the price. Don't think we can't find another way to get what we want.
Fine. Come on. Life on Sidonia ain't hard enough. You gonna guilt trip me? That's what I'm hoping. Yeah, I'll get your point. Maybe. Alright, I'll give up. Just trying to earn a living here. Last time he was here, Moira kept yelling about the Lady of Love. Singing songs. All that kind of thing.
Venus? That's only one planet. Hardly an entire patrol route.
I got what I got, okay?
Fine. We'll make do.
Been serving drinks here for over 40 years. Few places can offer that kind of stability. What's your poison?
Some of the best mechanics in the business here. Careful, we're working on some delicate stuff around here.
Tampering with a certified Deimos mining robot is forbidden. I would not recommend it, unless you wish to test my defensive capabilities. This unit is not designed for pleasant conversation.
What do people put these poor engine parts through?
Hey, sorry, I'm trying to concentrate on something.
Found a clue. Stay away from the Sixth Circle unless you're a miner. Or at least, don't come crying to me if anything happens to you.
Things have been pretty quiet around here lately. Usually means someone's up to something. We just haven't found out what yet. Sergeant Booth at your service. If you have a security-related concern, bring it up to me. As much as someone's last name is a nickname, friends, acquaintances, and other locals call me Booth. You can call me Sergeant Booth. Not if I've got anything to say about it. For real, though. I don't know if it's because everyone's too busy working, or if it's because of the military presence, but crime's pretty low. We get the occasional drunken brawls, petty thefts and stuff, but Cydonia ain't exactly a hotbed of crime. We're not Neon. Well, it ain't drugs if that's what you're worried about. You'll notice it happens to miners and anyone else that's been down in the red Martian dust too long. Nothing to worry about any more than anyone else around here. Used to be a sign someone was ready for the Red Devils. And some of the ex-Red Devils still think they're a big deal. They ain't as badass as they think they are. And any that do have a chip on their shoulder and cause trouble, well, I'll put them in their place. Stay out of trouble.
Ever been to Aquila? Those security uniforms are way cooler than anything we've got.
Welcome to Cydonia Security. I'm Commander Vincent Woodard. Chief of Planetary Security and former head of the Red Devils program here on Mars. I tend to deal with security at a high governmental level, whereas my associate Booth over there handles day-to-day security issues. So if you're looking to report a minor crime or misdemeanor, see him. But if there's something I can help you with, feel free to ask. Only the finest bunch of soldiers to ever grace the UC with their service. Of course, I may be biased as a Red Devil myself, and head of the program. Well, former, I should say. Program's been defunct since the armistice that ended the Colony Wars. It put a stop to any and all xeno-warfare. I fought to keep them operational here, but the top brass concluded that without their unique alien bioweapon training, there was no need for a separate elite soldier program. Still do, technically. I'm a naval commander, but they've got me here pushing pencils ever since the Red Devils disbanded. I pull double duty, aiding in recruitment and serving as the Sidonia security chief, representing the UC. If you ask me, though, nothing's been the same since the Red Devils' glory days. All the goddamn time. It's been about 20 years, but every time a new recruit crosses my desk, I size them up and wonder if they have what it takes to be a Red Devil. I'd give my left thumb to recruit fresh devils again, but it'd take nothing short of a miracle to convince the top brass to reinstate the program. It's small, it's dusty, it's old, but it's home. It may not be anything fancy, but I couldn't dream of living anywhere else. Bye for now.
If you're going to use the elevators or stairs to reach the other levels, try to keep them clean.
Adherence to this law is imperative in order to avoid unwanted infestation. Thank you for your cooperation.
No harder
The
work
Red Planet lives up to its name, huh?
I swear that warning.
Whew! What a long day.
It's not easy living in Sidonia. I need to go see my friend.
How's it going?
The community center on P1 is a good place to connect with others, or fulfill any spiritual needs you may have.
Broken Spear's upstairs. Go drown yourself there. This bar's for Devil's vets and their kin. The hell you just say to me? I gotta...
Andy, sit down. You. Don't appreciate some stray wandering into my bar, harassing my patrons. Even the ones I should have cut off 2 drinks ago. Now spit out what you want, or march.
Doc Walker? You're barking up the wrong...
Hey, enough. And you, why don't you come over here, Captain?
Go off, Grep. What?
Stray topsider wanders into my bar asking after a man like Percival Walker. Raises questions. What do you want with him? Hadrian? A woman named Hadrian sent you, a member of the Vanguard, to find Percival? Now, if that tag's a forgery, it's a damn good one. All right, Captain. If you are who you say, Supra et Ultra. Vanguard motto. What's it mean? Should have gotten that during her oath.
It's all right. I can vouch for this one. He's Vanguard. True as they come.
And you're someone I should trust, huh? Why?
I'm UC military. Retired. Can give you my gene tag code too if you'd like.
Not necessary. But look, even if I decided I was going to help you get in contact with Dr. Walker, Percival made himself scarce for a reason. His debt to the Trade Authority. But if someone resolved that debt, well, Percival wouldn't have to hide anymore. Can bet that person'd make a friend out of Percival, and the rest of us devils. And I'm always inclined to help a friend. Red Devils were the meanest Marine unit the UC Navy ever had. Couldn't get in if you hadn't done at least one stint as a Martian Dusty. Made us tough, reliable. That's why they chose us as the handlers for the UC xenoweapons. No other unit could handle that pressure. Percival, though, he wasn't a grunt like all of us. Science officer. Made sure the monsters behaved themselves around the Devils, and didn't with everyone else. But it was those monsters that did us in. When the Colony War ended and the armistice came down, everything associated with xenoweapons got shelved, Red Devils included. Now they're just a memory. Me? Nah. Infantry officer. But my grunts deployed alongside the things. Never seen anything like it, before or since. Monsters from the darkest corners of the Black, rampaging across the battlefield. And understand why they banned them. Brutal. Armistice hurt us more than most, but... wow. Wasn't all bad that came out of that agreement. Well, the most straightforward way to take care of this debt would be to just saunter up to the Authority and pay him direct, if you've got credits to throw away. Of course, rumor is the Trade Authority keeps all their records and collections files on a central server inside their storeroom. If someone was to break in there and adjust Percival's debt to something a little more reasonable, say a few hundred credits, I'd be happy to cover the costs.
Making that adjustment would be illegal. I don't think this is a road we should travel.
But, one friend of Hadrian's to another, Sidonia's full of old utility spaces. Wouldn't be surprised if there was one that let out right into the Authority storeroom. Say, with an entrance behind the bar at the Broken Spear. Ooh, and you might need these. And I look forward to hearing the good news.
Hey, you! Maybe Adrian's friend.
Vanguard. I don't care if you're the damn Fleet Admiral. You're not a Red Devil, so you shouldn't be here.
Yes? What?
Heard you talking with Lou, so you're going to help Dr. Walker? Oh, no. I mean, I've got my suspicions, but look, you're planning to help Percival, right? Oh, good. Percival's a good guy. Listen, I know how you can do it without having to resort to any B&E. Aqueous hematite. Mars is full of it. People think it's just garbage, but Percival and I, we've been working on some projects in the deep mines. At least when he wasn't slaving away at his trade authority contract. But we stumbled on a way to make it useful and profitable. If you give our research over to Octai at the trade authority, it should more than cover Percival's debt. That guy's always looking for an angle. No. Well, yes, but the medical kind. I'd help him make whatever the city was running low on that month, and we'd sell it to the miners for cheap. But the trade authority got wind and wanted their cut. And then some. It's mostly iron and about 3 centuries of human water runoff, though only Percival would be able to tell you all the trace elements and whatnot. But it builds up around human settlements, and something about the Martian soil changes it, makes it into something new, and we think we found a use for it. Oh, I'm Cambridge. I was Percival's assistant. Well, apprentice, really. Couldn't work in the mines anymore, so he gave me a job helping with some of his side projects. Knows experiments inside and out, and I know this one was gonna be big. Yeah, it does. It would be. There's just one issue. We were never able to finish the research. Spacers moved in and ran us out. Started setting up shop.
Oh dear. I believe I see where this is leading.
But if you can clear them out, I can walk you through how to finish the research. Then you can give it over to the trade authority. They'll get folks working in the deep mines again. Jobs come back, I become a modern-day folk hero. Then I don't have to sleep on an inflated spacesuit anymore. Biggest employer on Mars has always been Deimos Star Yards. After the Colony War, armistice meant they needed a lot fewer warships. Fewer ships meant fewer minerals. That meant a lot of folks scrounging for work around here. A bunch of parasites and cutthroats. They're folks from the fringes of space, willing to put down anyone who tries to move in on what they've decided is theirs, even when it ain't. Strange this group would pick Mars as a new home. Sure, we're not downtown New Atlantis, but there are places where they'd be bothered less than here. My guess is the authority tipped them off when they heard we were working down there, and cut off what they thought was the competition, you know? Yeah. So access to the deep mines can be found outside the city. It's not far. Shouldn't even need to hop back in your ship. We'd set up right near the main drill. Taking out the spacer leader should get the message across to the rest of them to buzz off. Once you've managed that, phone up here on the comms panel, and I can walk you through finishing the research. The comms panel should be right near the employee lift. Just give me a call once you've cleaned up down there.